Hey guys, I'm here to help support with your Friday work. So when you go to Google Classroom and you go to Canvas, you're looking for where it says May 1st daily work. Now today's going to look a little bit different, so I'm going to guide you through it. First, let me share my screen. The first thing you're going to notice in Google Classroom and Canvas is you have two documents that have been shared to you. One is your normal daily work, okay? And what you'll notice at the top is it says for reading, you need to complete part 1 of your performance task. Now, we've done performance tasks in class. Those are usually our writing narratives, okay? So we're going to start putting together pieces for us to be able to write a narrative on the human body. So this part 1 performance task is the second link so that you can continue to work on it day after day. So it is labeled Pope Body System Opinion Writing. When you open that up, it should let you type in it. If not, you can hit make a copy. To do that, you'll come to File, Make a Copy, so that it saves it in your Google Drive for you to continue to work on. And today we are only focusing on part 1. Part 1's where we're going to come together and we're going to create a note catcher that's going to put all of our thoughts and information together from the text that we've been reading. So if you've been doing your work each day this week, you already have the majority of this information. You just need to plug it in. Now, if you've missed a few days, some of these articles you have not read yet. If you haven't did any of your work this week, you will have to go back and read these articles together to be able to add those things in, okay? So I'm going to start by partially filling it out for you so that you can go back in and then you can do the rest later on yourself, okay? So the first one said your nervous system ready for action. If you want to click it, the blue links are all gonna open up so that you can see the passages. So they're all right here together. The nervous system ready for action. If I open it up, okay, it breaks down the different parts of the nervous system. Now we read this one a couple times. It breaks down your nervous system. It talks about neurons and how they build nervous cells. And then it talked about how they work together to deliver messages. And the example it gave was if you prick your finger on something sharp, those messages travel around your body to let you know that it hurts. So if I go back to this part 1, the gist of this article is how messages move throughout your body. Okay. And it's not just messages, but it moves with neurons to help with your nervous system. Okay, so this is neurons, which make up a nerve cell. Okay. Body system. This is working off your nervous system, which can be found in the title. And why is this important? Without your nervous system, your brain and your body would not be connected. So your nervous system is your brain, and it tells your body how to feel, how to move, and how to react to situations. Okay. The respiratory system is an article that we read about how we breathe. Okay, so the respiratory system breaks down how we breathe. We inhale oxygen, we exhale carbon dioxide. And it talks about how our lungs expand and decompress for air pressure to push that air around. Okay. It also talks about how it talks about gas exchange and how the blood moves the oxygen throughout your body to help those cells come to life and still be able to do their job. So, oh, wrong page. Respiratory system. This is how your breathing affects your body. It talks about your lungs and how they compress. It talks about oxygen going in and how carbon dioxide goes out. Okay, those are the main things to take away here. The body system is going to be the respiratory system. Oop, hold on, my Google Docs messing up. The body system is going to be our respiratory system, which is your lungs and how you breathe. Why is it important? You can't live without oxygen. So the respiratory system provides the oxygen and energy to your body to be able to breathe and move and live your daily lives. Okay. The spinning artificial heart, if I open that up for you, it was a passage talking about how doctors created those two little gray things that spin in someone's heart to help circulate their blood to keep them alive. And that it's only been tested on one person, and that person lived an extra month before they died. But the cool thing about that artificial heart was the person will have no heartbeat because it doesn't pump and beat blood, it spins it around almost like a pool filter, which is pretty cool. So if I come back down, the gist is that it's a new way to have a heart transplant. Okay. There is no heartbeat. It's been tried on one person. The body system, if I'm talking about the heart is the cardiovascular system. Dang it. My Google Doc is not wanting to cooperate today. The cardiovascular system. Why is this important? Your heart pumps blood throughout your body that helps circulate that oxygen, and it helps refuel your cells so that you can stay moving. Okay, so I have done 3 of the 7. So now you need to go in and complete the other 4. And I'm going to leave those 4 blank, and I'm going to leave my 3 done so that you know exactly what it needs to look like. So I'm going to come up here to part 1, and I'm going to put that Miss Pope has done the first 3 for you. You need to finish the chart. Okay, so the directions are clearly stated there for you. Then you're going to leave that alone. It's going to save automatically on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to move to the other part so that we're setting up a writing narrative so that we can write an essay about our body systems. So for today, you need to finish the rest of this table, and I've provided the first 3 to you as an example. That's reading for today. I know it's science content, but that technically counts as your reading information. So I'm going to close out some of these tabs so I don't have all of this stuff open. Now we're moving to science for today. Science is still working off the human body, but we're going to dig into deeper details of different systems. So it says human body systems is the focus for today. Use the human body book. It's blue, so it's a link. And read pages 6 through 9 on the muscular and skeletal system. Pay attention to the different tissues and organs that make up each part of the system. Use the muscular and skeletal system diagrams to draw and label your own skeletal and muscular system in your science notebook. Use the book to add an explanation of each part of the system and what it does. So it's asking for you to draw pictures of these systems in your notebook. That is not anything you're turning in. That is something for you to help you study and visualize what you're learning. What you're turning into me is this green table where I've listed muscular system and skeletal system. And after reading pages 6 through 9, you're going to come back to where it says function and job purpose. And you're going to type in what's the function of the muscular system. What job does it provide? Okay, so you're giving me some of the gist about what you've read. So I'm going to open up the human body book, and we're going to read from page 6 to page 9. Six starts right here off to my right, says the skeletal system. The bones of your skeletal system support the rest of your body. Like the steel beams inside the walls of a building, they provide support for all of your other systems. Without bones, your body would collapse into a mushy blob. Bones also protect organs and play an important role in your body's movement. Your spine, the main support, is a long column of 26 bones. Your skull, a bony case at the top of the column, protects your brain from injury. Some of the bones of your spine may have ribs attached to them. Your ribs wrap around your chest, protecting your heart and lungs. Your pelvis helps to protect the organs of your abdomen, which means your stomach. Muscles attached to the bones in your arms and legs help you move. Long, strong arms provide support to your arms and legs. Your hands, wrists, feet, and ankles contain many smaller bones. Each of the 206 bones in your body has a special job. The place where two bones meet is called a joint. Some joints bend or rotate, allowing you to move in many ways. Did you realize that your bones are alive? Bones are made of many living cells. This is why bones grow spongy material in the center of the bones called bone marrow, which makes new blood cells. Okay, I'm going to stop there and I'm going to fill in my muscular system before I move on so I don't forget about it. So the function of the muscular system is to help move and protect your bones in your body. Oh, I'm writing in the wrong one. Skeletal system. Okay, so I said the skeletal system is to help move and protect your body's organs. That's its function and its job. Now, the purpose of that. These bones are connected to help your body move. From when your ribs, you breathe in and breathe out, your stomach is expanding, to your arms and legs, they help you move. These bones protect all other organs, like your skull protects your brain on the inside. So now I can finish up reading about the muscular system. The muscular system. The muscular system, along with the skeletal system, allows your body to move. Unlike other body tissues, your muscles can contract, become shorter and tighter, or relax, become longer and looser. Muscles use the energy from the food you eat to do this work. The muscles that bend your joints never push, they only pull, which is why they must work in pairs. When one contracts, its partner relaxes when they switch jobs. Your body has three types of muscles: the skeletal, smooth, and cardiac. Skeletal muscles connect to the bones. These strong muscles help you move, and they are the only ones you can control. Hollow organs such as your stomach, intestines, arteries, and veins contain smooth muscle tissue. These muscles move substances through your body. When you swallow, smooth muscle tissues move the food towards your stomach. Smooth muscle tissues also move blood throughout your body. Cardiac muscle is found only in your heart. In fact, almost your entire heart is a cardiac muscle. This amazing muscle works around the clock throughout your entire life. Smooth and cardiac muscles work in their own without any thought or part. So now moving back to my daily work, the muscular section. Its function or its job is just like the skeletal system. It's to help support and help us move. Okay. It is made up of muscles, and there are three types. We have the cardiac, which is your heart muscle. You had the smooth muscle, which help you swallow food. Okay. Then there was one more. What was the other one? Cardiac, smooth, skeletal muscles. And those are the only ones we can control. And the skeletal muscles, so these are the ones that are around the bone so that you can move your body. And these are the only one we can control. Okay. So now I've filled in that table, so I'm showing I looked at the article. If you do not pull out information from the article, I'm going to assume you didn't read it and that you're guessing or making up your answers. And then that's going to be provided in your feedback, and you're not going to get full credit. So make sure you're using the articles when you're pulling out those information. Lastly, today is your math. Math today is a review. We're going to be sorting types of data. Okay. So to review your notes, you have numerical data, which means it involves numbers. In numbers. Then you have categorical. This is data that uses words, okay? Categorical is words or groups. I'm putting them into a category. And then changes over time. This is data that's going to show a measurement that changes throughout time, like how much it rains each day changes over time if I was to make a graph. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to answer what type of data this is in the box. We're going to answer, is it numerical, which is numbers, categorical, which is making groups, or could it change over time? So it says students measure the length of shoes and record data. So we're measuring how long your shoe is. If I measure how long your shoe is, all of your shoes should be the same size. So it will not change. All of your shoes should be the same size. So when I measure your shoe, is that going to be used in numbers, or is that going to be used in categories or groups? So if I'm measuring your shoe, that's going to be numerical data because it used numbers. Okay, so I'm going to put numerical. Hold on, my Google Doc. I'm going to put numerical, and then beside it, I'm going to write numbers. So I can remind myself that numerical means numbers. The next one. A class collects data on which place they would like to visit for a vacation. Place. If I'm picking a place for vacation, is that going to be numbers, groups, or is that going to change over time? It's not going to change over time because we're only going to vote once. And we're voting on the type of place. So that is going to be, if I can spell, categorical, okay, which is us making groups or using words. The third one. Students measure their heart rate every 10 seconds as they change from sitting to a slow walk to a fast walk or run. So you're measuring your heart rate, okay? And you're changing what you're doing. You're sitting and measuring your heart rate. You're walking, measuring your heart rate. You're walking fast or running and measuring your heart rate. So what we're doing is changing. Since what we're doing is changing, this answer would be that it's going to change over time, okay? This is still going to be numerical data because it's using numbers, but it's changing over time on a graph. The next one. Students measure the height of the paint over 10 weeks. The plant. That makes more sense. Students measure the height of a plant over 10 weeks. So it's over 10 weeks. If I already look at numerical, categorical, or change over time, which one uses the word over? It's changing over time because the plant is growing. The plant is changing throughout 10 weeks. So this is going to be change over time, and it's still going to hold numerical data because we're going to be measuring how tall it is, and that's going to be a number. The next one, students are asked to name their favorite type of juice or drink. So you're only going to be asked once. So it is not a change over time. You're only answering it once. The type of drink or juice that they use. The type of juice that they use, if I'm thinking about that, it's going to be words. So this is going to be categorical data because we're using words here to group something together. The next one, students record how long they can keep their eyes open without blinking in seconds. So I'm trying to keep my eyes open without blinking, but I'm doing it in seconds. So is that going to be numerical or categorical? If I'm doing it in minutes, that's going to be a number. So it's going to be numerical, dealing with numbers. Lastly, students roll a car down a ramp and record how fast it travels. They're rolling a car down the ramp and they're recording how long it takes to travel. If you remember our NASCAR Speed Park field trip, you built the ramp getting higher and higher and you push the cars down it to see when it would move. So if I'm rolling a car down a ramp, is that going to be numerical or categorical? Okay, this should be numerical because we're measuring it in time, which is going to be a number. So that's your data review for today. Make sure your table is filled out. Lastly, you have a memory jogger. Okay, I'm going to work through 2 of these problems with you. Then you're responsible for the other 2. I'm going to do A and C with you. Then you're going to do B and D. Okay, A. Miss Edwards bought a 6-pound bag of dog food. Her dog eats 1/8 of a pound of dog food each day. How many days will a bag of dog food last? Okay. So you need to start with your question mark. The question's asking how long it's going to last. How long will it last? Okay. She has 6 pounds left, and the dog eats 1/8 in 1 day. So now I can start talking about how I would answer it. 1/8 is 1 day. So 2/8 is 2 days, 3/8 is 3 days, 4/8 is 4 days. If I continue that pattern, it will take the dog 8 days to eat 1 whole pound. And she has 6 pounds. So 8 days equals 1 pound, and I want to do that 6 times. So we're going to do 8 times 6. Okay. Well, I know 6 times 6 is 36. So 6 times 7 is going to be, 6 times 6 is 36, 42. 42 plus 6 is 48. So her dog will have food for 48 days. Okay. Problem C. I'm going to start with my question mark. Mayana has 14 pages of stickers. Each page has 54 stickers. Moana wants to share these stickers equally between herself and 17 friends. How many stickers will each person receive? So we're talking about how much each will get, where each means 1. She has 54 total, and she's sharing it with 17 friends and herself. 17 friends and herself means there's 18 people total getting stickers. So this is going to be a division problem. You need to think about what you have over how is it being shared. I have 54. I'm going to divide it by 18. So I'm going to start with my easy facts and roll to 54 because it'll be a little bit easier. 1 times 18 equals 18. 2 times 18 is going to equal 36. 3 times 18 is going to equal 54, which is what we started with. So each person is going to get 3 pages of stickers to share. Okay, so I did A and C with you. Use those as examples on how to show your work and what I'm asking for. Now you're responsible for problem B and problem D. Now make sure you're going back to your left tabs in Canvas and clicking grades and looking at the feedback I'm giving you so that you can improve on what you're doing daily. If you need me, feel free to reach out, and I'll see you Monday in our Zoom meeting.